I shouldn't have to ask for basic human decency, but apparently, in this wasteland of an era, that's too much to expect. So here I am, standing at the front of this godforsaken coffee shop, demanding the respect I deserve. Not asking, demanding. Because if people can't do their jobs properly, then what are we even paying them for? To breathe? To stand there like decorative plants with attitudes? The little barista, what is she, 19? Has the audacity to tell me they're out of oat milk. Excuse me? What kind of establishment runs out of something they clearly advertise? It's called inventory management, sweetheart. Maybe if you weren't so busy giggling at your phone and painting your nails behind the counter, you'd have stocked the damn shelves. But we have almond and soy, she chirps, like that's some kind of consolation prize. I don't want almond or soy, I want oat milk. It's not a preference, it's a requirement. I have digestive issues, no. I don't need to show a doctor's note, thank you very much. If I wanted to ingest something that would ruin my entire day, I'd go home and listen to my husband's opinions on politics. Or worse, hear my neighbor drone on about her stupid rescue cats, as if saving a couple of flea-bitten strays makes her some kind of Mother Teresa. And don't even get me started on the clientele in this place. Some bearded hipster with a MacBook is spreading his possessions over an entire table, as if he's solving world hunger instead of probably blogging about his favorite artisanal beard oil. Meanwhile, a woman with 3 kids under 5 lets them run rampant, smearing sticky fingers all over everything. I say something, politely mind you, and she gives me a look. A look. Kids will be kids, she shrugs. Number. That's the problem. Parents today think their offspring are precious little angels instead of the feral goblins they are. Back in my day, my mother would have locked me in the car with the windows cracked if I so much as whispered in public. And I turned out just fine. Discipline, respect. 2 words that mean absolutely nothing to today's so-called parents who think posting about their kid's latest tantrum on Facebook is the same as raising them. The barista is back now, holding my drink. I gave you whole milk instead, she says, like she just brokered world peace. Oh, so now we're just making arbitrary decisions about my body? Who gave you that right? I tell her in no uncertain terms that I will not be consuming this dairy-laden swill. She stares at me blankly, mouth slightly open like a goldfish that just got hit with an existential crisis. I can remake it, she mutters, but now the line behind me is building. Good. Maybe they'll learn something about standing up for themselves. Maybe they'll learn that customer service is not about rolling your eyes and sighing dramatically when a paying patron simply wants what they paid for. And then, as if the universe is conspiring against me, the manager appears. A teenage boy, a child in an ill-fitting polo who looks like his only previous work experience was as a Fortnite champion. He barely glances at me before taking the barista's side, nodding along like some sort of corporate drone programmed to spit out the words, "We're sorry, ma'am," on cue. You're sorry? Oh, you're sorry? I laugh, a sharp and bitter sound. No, you're incompetent. His face goes pale. Good, maybe he'll remember this moment next time he thinks about letting his employees run this place like a daycare for the brain dead. I inform him as clearly and articulately as possible that I will be contacting corporate and that if I don't get a response, I will escalate. Because that's what real adults do, we escalate. We don't accept mediocrity. I step aside, but not before making sure I get the manager's name. It's called accountability, people. Look it up. I grab my replacement drink, take a sip, and what a surprise. It's lukewarm. I consider tossing it straight into the garbage and demanding another one, but I'm already late for my 10:30 hair appointment. There are bigger battles to fight today. As I leave the shop, the woman with the wild children mutters something under her breath. Oh, she wants to play? Fine. I turn on my heel and give her a smile that could slice through glass. Something to say, sweetheart? She looks away, suddenly fascinated by her phone. That's what I thought. Weak. These people always think they're so brave in their little bubble of passive-aggressive nonsense, but the moment they're called out, they crumble like a gluten-free cookie. I leave the shop, already rehearsing the email I'm about to send corporate in my head. Someone has to do it. Someone has to uphold the standards of civilization, and clearly no one else has the backbone for it. You're welcome. I have had it. Absolutely had it. This airline is a joke, and I am not going to sit here and take it like some complacent idiot who accepts being treated like cattle. No, I am a paying customer, and I deserve better than this circus of incompetence. It all started at check-in. I arrived an appropriate 2 hours early because I respect schedules and rules, unlike some people, and yet somehow I'm the one being punished for it. The line moves at the pace of a dying snail because the people at the counter are apparently allergic to efficiency. There's a family ahead of me arguing about their baggage fees as if they didn't know the rules before they arrived. Oh, you didn't realize you couldn't check 5 oversized bags for free? That sounds like a you problem, sweetheart. Move aside and let the rest of us handle our business. When I finally get to the counter, the attendant, who looks about 12, has the nerve to say, "I'm sorry, ma'am, but your flight has been delayed." Excuse me? She flinches. Good. She should be nervous. She should be terrified. She just delivered information that is about to ruin my entire day, possibly my entire week. "Yes, ma'am," she says, barely above a whisper. "Due to unforeseen," I hold up a hand. "Spare me the speech. Just tell me how long." She clicks away at her keyboard like she's decoding the freaking Rosetta Stone before finally mumbling, 3 hours. 3 hours? Oh no! That will not do. I have places to be. Important places. I am not sitting in this sterile, fluorescent-lit purgatory while some overpaid pilots figure out how to do their jobs. I demand a solution. "Can I be rebooked on another flight?" I ask, my voice perfectly even, yet filled with enough authority to remind her she is dealing with a professional. "I'm sorry, ma'am," she says, again with the ma'am, a passive-aggressive slap in the face, "but all other flights are full." Full? That's not my problem. Make room, move someone else. Offer vouchers, bribe them, do whatever it takes, but I will not be inconvenienced because this airline doesn't know how to function like a proper business. She starts rambling about policies and unforeseen circumstances, and I'm done. I cut her off with a cold smile and say, "I'll be needing a supervisor." Now you'd think this would be where the situation improves, but no. The supervisor is even more useless than the child at the counter. A middle-aged man with the personality of a wet sock. He repeats the same nonsense about weather issues, as if I care about a little turbulence. These planes cost millions of dollars. Surely they can handle a little rain. I demand compensation. "Oh, we don't offer vouchers for weather delays," he says, smirking as if he's just won some kind of intellectual debate. "That's fine," I say, still smiling, still calm. "I'll just have to post about this experience on every platform I can think of. Let's see how many people want to book with you after reading about your absolute lack of customer care." That wipes the smug look off his face. He stammers about what he can offer, some measly discount on a future flight. I take it, of course, because I am not one to turn down free money. But I make sure he knows this is not over. The wait in the terminal is a nightmare. Crying babies. People coughing without covering their mouths. A woman eating something that smells like rotten fish while talking loudly on speakerphone. Disgusting! But the final insult, when we finally board, I discover that my premium seat has been downgraded due to an equipment change. "Oh, that's rich!" I flag down a flight attendant immediately. "This is unacceptable," I tell her. She has the nerve to sigh. "As if I am the burden here." "Ma'am, we can't change your seat, but I can offer you a free beverage." A beverage? A beverage? Do I look like some peasant who can be pacified with a $3 plastic cup of wine? I tell her this is unacceptable. I tell her I expect to be compensated properly. And do you know what she says? "Ma'am, if you continue to raise your voice, I'll have to ask you to deplane." That's when I know. Society is crumbling. Common sense is dead. The customer is no longer right. We are just another inconvenience to these people who have forgotten that our money pays their salaries. I take my seat for now. But I will not forget this. I will be contacting corporate. I will be demanding a refund. I will be leaving a review so scathing it will make history. You mess with the wrong person, you get the consequences. You're welcome.